Oh, there. That worked. I think I figured it out. Okay. Hi, Toby. Do you hear me? I hope so. Toby James. Um, wait. No, no, no. Do you guys see me? Can you hear me?
All right. I think that works. Hello. Hopefully you guys see me. I'm in my daughter's office. I had to change. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. Let me know. Just comment if you hear me. Because it just got on. So, oh, good. You can see and hear me. Awesomeness. Let me move this out of the way. And lift my chair. Perfect. Yay. All right. We're in my home sweet home room for any of you guys who, sorry, I have to get comfortable. Hold on. For you guys that have been here and you haven't seen inside Stephanie's office, this is Stephanie's office. But I got it working. Hi guys. It's good to see you. I'm so happy you're here because even though I'm just going to talk about like upcoming classes and stuff, and I got a rain caught on my sweater because that's the life I lead. So hold on. But I wanted to like talk about my classes and the stuff I have coming up and get to talk to you guys because like when I do readings, it's like I'm not like the lights are on, but I'm not fully present. So I am now though, because I've just been doing readings all day. Hello, all you guys signing on. Thank you for signing on. I just wanted to talk to you about my classes and answer questions and all kinds of stuff from in here, apparently, because my computer doesn't want to work for me today. But good to see all of you guys. And so anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. But I wanted to tell you what I had kind of like coming up. And the next thing that I have coming up, oh, wait, I don't know if any of you guys went to the Valentine's thing that Stephanie helped me kind of create in my office. It was like a gallery reading, but it was like Valentine's. And she changed the seating so people could sit with the people they came with. And then I did readings in the group, and it was a little bit of like talking about it, but also like everybody lit candles for their loved ones, and they wrote little notes on hearts and stuff, and it was really cool. And I think that may be how I do those kinds of readings in the future. So I don't know if any of you guys went, but it was here. It was on Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day was the 20-year anniversary of me being self-employed. So I was very excited to get to do something on that day. And then Stephanie came up with that idea, and I thought it was wonderful. So we will be scheduling some more of those if you are interested in coming to like a gallery reading. I just have to get the dates down. But the next thing I have coming up, besides more readings every day, is that I have this thing with Dina. Hi, Toby motherfucking Jenkins. So anyway, upcoming, that's Toby's special name. Upcoming, I'm doing this. Oh, and Toby's going, actually. So I am doing a women's retreat with my friend Dina, and I love her. And we've been friends since I started doing this. So for over 20 years, we took like psychic classes together many, many moons ago. And I love her, and I love her personality, and we get along great. So her and I decided a while ago, several years ago, that we wanted to do this women's retreat. After we did those, we did like soul rejuvenation classes, and we would do it like on the solstice. And so we decided that we wanted to do like a retreat. And this is really cool. This is so freaking cool. So we're doing this retreat, right? So it's like you get there on like a Thursday, late afternoon, evening. You have dinner there. And then we all do like a little bit of like get to know you stuff and open up things. And then Friday, all day Friday, like we do work. She does stuff with tapping. I do stuff with like helping you understand like how to connect with your loved ones and how to connect with your own self and listen to your intuition and all the different kind of like cycles that go on in life. And it's really cool. And then at the end of the night on Friday night, I get to do a group reading for the women that are there. So I love it because it's not like a huge group. And so I get to read everybody. And so it's a beautiful kind of experience. And then we also, the next day we do some work. It's very like deep healing stuff. That's what we're working with. There is a woman that comes in. She's amazing. She does yoga nidra with everybody for about an hour. There's another lady that comes in on Saturday that does like a sound bath, but it's like Native American awesomeness. I don't even know how to explain it. Every time I do it, I feel like absolutely transported into like somewhere else. And because I feel that way, I started doing these soul retrieval things for the group on, I love these. They're so freaking cool. So for any of you guys, if I've never told you what a soul retrieval is, it basically is this idea. Sandra Ingerman worked with like Native American shamanic kind of stuff. She like wrote a book called Soul Retrieval if you want to know what it's about. Hi to everybody saying hi. And I'll look at questions here in just a minute. And so it's a book. It's called Soul Retrieval, Sandra Ingerman with an I. But essentially what that book proposes is that during traumatic times in our lives, we like lose little parts of ourselves along the way. And so because of that, we are like kind of get to a point in our lives where enough trauma has happened and some little part of us is left that you feel like you're kind of empty or like, what am I doing? And so the soul retrieval essentially brings back pieces of you. In psychology, they call that a coping mechanism, and it's breaking a coping mechanism. But through this process, this shamanic process, you bring back pieces of yourself. And I tell people like this example, because this is probably like the best example I can give you. Hi. The best example I can give you is that like I had one done years ago by a good friend of mine, and she did a soul retrieval on me. And you don't really get to pick and choose who's coming back. You just get a part of you back. So the part of me I got back while doing it was me as like 2 or 3 years old. When I was a little girl, I had a Holly Hobby, and I loved that thing, and it had braids, and it was the whole shenanigans. And so then I lived in New York at the time, and we were in a mall, and my aunt and my mom were with me, and I lost the doll. And then I was like hysterical about it. So that was trauma, but 3-year-old trauma or whatever. So anyway, at the time though, later on, when I had an aunt who like loved to sew things, she was a seamstress. And so she got a pattern of a Holly Hobby and gave it to me. And I cried because I'm like, that's not my doll. And I got in trouble for not listening to the adults. So at that particular age, my coping mechanism was, I'm just going to get along. I'm just going to agree with adults. I'm not going to question authority because then I'll get in trouble. And so when I did this soul retrieval, it brought back that little piece of me that was like a 3-year-old girl. So in certain situations in my life that came up where I was like, where there was like authority that I had to question or say something, I always like got super anxious about it. And then when she came back, I have to say I was a little more anxious about it, but I started to kind of like self-talk to her, to that facet of me, and say, I got this. I learned a lot. I'm moving forward. We're good. We can listen to this adult or not listen to that adult, and we're going to be absolutely fine. And because the way that I talk to myself changed, that is also the reason that I was able to bring that part of me back. And now I'm not really shy about questioning authority or anything like that, but it helped heal a part of me. So we do a soul retrieval after that awesome drumming stuff. And then I do a soul retrieval, except this is the coolest part about it. So it's because it's my version of it based on like that, knowing that, and going to school to be a therapist, even though I'm not a therapist, like all this kind of stuff. I made my own recipe for a soul retrieval, and we get to do this at the retreat. And so essentially what I do is like, I bring people through this experience. We do it all together in a group, bring people through this experience. They kind of look at their animal totems. They do that. They get their pieces of themselves. But the coolest part that I've recently incorporated um, is a future version of you, a future you that has your shit together and is healed or has brought back these pieces. And we often wonder how we get through all the hard times that we have in our life. And so this is one of the ways that I have found through experience doing readings and stuff like that is like there's some healed version of us sending us energy saying like, you got this, you can handle this, you're going to get through this. Sometimes, you know, people want it to be their loved ones and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And our loved ones are always around us. But ultimately, sometimes at the end of the day, that thing that gets you through the shitty stuff is the future you that's healed and feeling better and feeling more like, I know what I'm doing. And so we send love back to ourselves in this soul retrieval as well. So you get pieces of you, you get who you are, and then you get your future kind of self coming in and jumping in. And the reason I discovered that is because once upon a time, I was doing a group reading for like 30 women. It was crazy. It was awesome, but it was crazy. And so one of the ladies in the group reading had struggled with addiction throughout most of her life. And even though she had loved ones come through, she never really felt a connection to any of them. So while I was doing this and I was trying to figure out like how she got through it all, what I saw was that poem Footprints, you know, like that old poem about like God was walking beside you and he was walking beside you like through your hard times. And then the person in the Footprints poem says, well, how come when I went through the hardest times of my life, it's only one set of footprints? And in the poem, he says, well, that's because, or God states, I don't know if it's a he, but God states like, I was carrying you through that. Well, I saw that poem, but I saw it differently. I saw it as like a future version of her that had walked with her through all of that kind of stuff. And so that's where I came up with that. And then I love, for any of you guys who's ever had any conversation with me, you know, I love quantum physics, and all time could be happening all at the same time for whatever we know it could be. So isn't it possible that some future you that gets it together and heals herself sends the you of today energy and love to help you get through hard times? So we do that. We also do all of Dina's stuff, which is really cool because it's all emotional freedom technique and tapping and clearing things away. And then on the final day, we talk about manifesting and how to like incorporate all the things you learn into your everyday life. So we have this, it's listed on my website. There are still some spots open. Most of the rooms are, because it's a Thursday night to Sunday, late Sunday afternoon-ish kind of thing. All your food's paid for, your lodgings are included in this, plus the amount of the class. And then you are usually in a room with somebody else. So we do, I think there's a premium if you want like a lone room, but for the most part, you're in the room with somebody else. And if you happen to know someone who wants to come and you guys want to come together, you guys can be in the room together. But you just got to go on there and register for it. Dina will be the one following up, getting back to you with the information and all that kind of stuff. But it would be really cool. And if you guys want to go, you'd have to spend all that time with me, except for when we're sleeping. So that would be lovely. So if any of you want to come, please come. And it's on the website, Soul Rejuvenation. It takes you to Dina's site, or it's called The Embrace, or I forget the name of the site. All you gotta do is click the link. It's on mine. And then she'll be able to register you for that. So that is one of the really cool things that I'm doing. And then after that, me and Charles, my friend Charles Cox, who does like a psychic development group, we did this last year and we're doing it again this year. I'm going to do it's a weekend class and it's in March too. So it's like right after the other thing. So there is what did she say? So Stephanie's commenting because she's helping me out with this. And then this way later I can like cut this video up because I hate doing videos where I'm just talking to myself. So I just want you guys to know that I love you. Thank you for coming on here and listening to me talk. because that is wonderful. So it gets me out of my like anxiety about doing videos. So I don't know why I'm anxious about it. I just am, because it's just me. I just don't want to be talking to myself. So anyway, so the class with Charles, it's like you can do just the class, or you can level up into like a psychic mentoring program. So we do in March, it's in mid-March, and I'm sure Stephanie will put the link up. We do a class called Soul to Soul Communication. It's a weekend class. It's at my office, but you can also do it if you're out of state. Like we do hybrid. You can do it as hybrid. So we set it up that way. So if you're out of state, you want to take the class, you're welcome to. I can't say that about Dina's retreat, but I can definitely, or about the retreat with Dina, but I can definitely say that about this. So you can participate in it. We have the devices and the ability to make it so that you can connect with people in the class, and like do it on like a Zoom screen. And then we'll be able to allow you to kind of like participate as well. But the Soul to Soul Communication class. So that class is all about how mediums work, how psychics work, how to tune into your own intuition, how to connect with your loved ones on your own, how signs work, all that kind of magical shit is in that class. And I teach it with Charles. I've been doing this over 20 years now, and Charles has been doing it over 30. So between the two of us, we have 50 years of experience. So we do the weekend workshop. And if you want, this is like the starting point. So if you do the weekend workshop and you're like, you know what, I really want to follow this path, whether it's a personal path or whether it's a path of development or whether you want to do readings in the future or whatever, then you would continue on with us. And not only would you continue on with us, but you would also continue on with the, we have a support system of other people that have been through these classes with us for the year, that are willing to help and participate, but also like kind of share their knowledge as well. So that if you have questions and stuff like that, you can reach out to Charles, you can talk to me. It is a mentorship program, and it does go toward the end of the year. So it would be like a monthly class. I can't remember if there's 8 or 9, but they are monthly classes where we meet. There's homework in between. There's resources given as well, stuff like that. So all of those things are available in that mentorship program. After you do the Soul to Soul class, there's an application if you think you want to do it. You're always, of course, welcome to request the application sooner because Stephanie will get it to you. But it's a really cool program, kind of similar to what helped me begin. A little different, but kind of similar. So it is kind of like a mentorship program that continues, or you can just do the Soul to Soul weekend. It's a way of like building community, building connection, with the mentorship class. And then you have opportunities to practice. I'm sure some of you might have seen or heard about my, like, we did a student psychic work, little student psychic fair. And we have people for you guys to practice on, to help you refine your skill. But there's also a lot of stuff in there about helping you heal and move through your stuff so that if you do want to do readings for people or anything like that, that, you have the tools to do that. So I know that people ask me all the time if I teach classes and stuff like that. And I've really kind of like narrowed down the types of classes I teach. So this is the once a year program of Soul to Soul Communication. And if you decide that you love that and you want to do more of it, then becomes the Psychic and Self-Development Program. And if you would like to do that, I would love to have you. It's always kind of cool to get started with this stuff, but also what I've noticed over the years, kind of even like the workshop with Dina or things that I've done is like, sometimes it's a nice place to just meet other people who are like on the same page in life, or, you know, like everybody's kind of like wanting to learn how to trust themselves, wanting to have a support system, to have people around them that aren't going to tear them down or say something's wrong because you don't believe the way I do. I really like to think that the environment in my classes is really open to supportive communication with other people that are on the same path as you are. So if you're interested in that, that is on my website as well. I am bringing back the monthly classes. I'm supposed to do one next Wednesday, but I'm not. I'm going to start in March, and it will be the last Wednesday in March, and it will go through December instead. Well, it might go through November and then start again in January, because Christmas month is kind of hard. People have plans, and it would be like right around Christmas, and yeah. So I'm probably not going to do that. However, what I will do is let you know that these classes are coming up. I'm working on like trying to decide which ones I want to do, because it's a monthly class. It's a couple of hours. We talk about a different topic and then you get hands-on with it. So like we've done one on stones, we've done one on numerology, we've done, I think that what I most likely will do is starting in March, I'm most likely going to do like a manifesting kind of class, or create your own like energy, like create whatever you want to create in your life. Like we can all do that together and manifest together. And then I'm going to do a dream interpretation one probably in April. And then so on and so forth. We'll get them on the website. They're not up there right now. But if any of you guys want to go to those classes, they're monthly. They're $30. They're 2 hours. And they are like a little lecture, a little hands-on. We do a discount, like if you buy like all the classes for the year, that will be on the website. But as far as the class goes, you can attend it online or you can attend it in person. So if you guys would like to participate in that, you're absolutely welcome. You don't have to necessarily like decide until even the last minute on those, because you'll be able to just pre-register online for the class and then just show up. So there's that. And those are also some wonderful, beautiful people that participate in those classes as well, because I like to manifest badass bitches and awesome people around me like you guys and everybody else that comes to me. So I just decided I get all the awesome people. That is what I am manifesting. And then one other thing is that Charles will also be with us through the Soul to Soul mentorship program. So you have him and I throughout the class, in addition to others there to kind of like support you on your journey. So wait, what's the other thing? So I know I was talking about this earlier, but I just want to bring this up again. We will do some gallery readings here. I know Anthony will come back in November, but because of the little Valentine's ones that we did and how like cool they were, we're probably going to do a couple of those because I like them. And I love talking to your dead people. And I realize that they're in the spirit world and everything, but it's just so cool because like I get to meet all these souls, like, and they're the very best versions of themselves. So all the dead people are good because they don't have to be alive anymore. And this is where all the problems are. So in the spirit world, they can be around us. They can inspire us. They can love us. They can tell you things that they did that they couldn't never take responsibility for when they were alive and like bring that stuff up. So I'm excited about doing those, and those will be a little different. It's still a gallery reading, but it's just a different way that it's set up and a different way we go about it, which includes like lighting candles and writing messages to our loved ones and me doing a bunch of gallery reading or a bunch of readings within the gallery. So the gallery audience. So there's that. We just don't have them on the website yet because I haven't put them on there yet. Or actually Stephanie hasn't because I haven't told her. So, and then as far as other stuff that I have going on, besides like occasionally getting online to do like live readings and stuff, I'll be doing the mentorship program. I might be traveling this year if I'm coming to anybody's area or I'm driving through anywhere and you have somebody that wants a group reading or whatever, there's probably no travel charge unless you're like 100 miles off the beaten path. But I will probably do some stuff like that. And then my soul social, which I've been working on forever, and I still haven't quite got it there yet, but it's coming. And so is like a house blessing class and a house blessing certification class, and then also social events. One of them, and I just want to hear your feedback, you guys who are still watching me and listening to me talk. Would it be cool to do, like, I have these little easels and I have all these little paints, and we could do like a little hi to you guys who have signed on and everything. I see you on the side panel. But I thought it'd be really cool to, like, maybe we have like a little paint class. Maybe we have like a little community like clothing exchange or something like that. I don't know. Maybe not that. That seems like a lot. But like doing little projects and doing stuff together and meeting people, because I think that's part of what is wrong with this world right now, is that we're so detached from humanity and the other people around us, and it hasn't gotten any better since COVID, that sometimes it's like good to just be in a space where there's community and people that are like hi, and people that are like actually like part of your tribe, you know, like people that just get you or understand you, or they're open to this stuff when other people are like, man, you shouldn't talk to dead people, blah, blah, blah. But they're all good. So I don't know why they say that, but there's lots of people like that. And we don't always have the most supportive people around us. So sometimes it's important to create community, especially like in the world the way it is today, to just remember each other, and everyone struggles and everyone has a hard time and stuff. So, but what do you guys think about my idea? And oh, and Steph, thanks for filling everybody in with all of the links and stuff. But what do you guys think about the idea of like the painting thing? What do you think about the idea of, well, the house blessing thing I'm doing anyway, but like the creating community and stuff like that? Are any of you guys like, oh my God, no way. Oh, you love the idea. Thank you, Toby Jenkins. She's one of my favorite friends. So she's in the Easy Bake Coven and I love her. But if you ever wonder why I'm like Toby motherfucking Jenkins, that's her special spirit name. So that is what I call her. And all my friends have special spirit names. I don't know that they like them all, but I make them all up. So anyway, but thank you, Toby. And Toby, maybe you'll be helping me because Toby really wants to help me. She doesn't realize it fully yet, but she does. All right, good. I just thank you for the feedback. I too is fine. Like two of you just saying it's an awesome idea. Good enough for me. That's enough incentive. And so I just also want to, yes, the community would be amazing, right? Like I know that there are spiritual communities in Colorado, and some of those are connected to like Mile High Church and other places like that, and or organizations that kind of like bring people together over religion or over like I don't know, like Boy Scouts, you know, like there's just groups that meet together. But I kind of like the idea of people meeting together that all are kind of open to this world of stuff, and just kind of open-minded, free thinking, people like with different ideas, different viewpoints, different lifestyles, because that is the magic of getting to be alive, is that we all get to do it our own way. And we all get to like, I don't know, show up however we want. Our culture teaches us otherwise, to be like this or be like that. But I think it's so cool to just have like people that are like, I see you, you're fine by me, and let's just keep moving forward. So that kind of stuff is wonderful. And I just want to create those communities as well, online and in person. So if you guys are down for that, we'll get those links up soon. I just got to pin down the dates. And Stephanie, who is my daughter, who is my assistant, she definitely keeps me on track. So I'm saying this, and then she is going to be reminding me of this and to get the dates down. But I will do that. And it will be kind of cool because as the weather gets warmer, you know, like I do all these readings for people, but I never really get to talk to anybody. So it's just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. I did so many readings the last few years that my brain is just like overwhelmed. But it's so cool. Like I would love to get to talk to people and not be just because they're there for a reading, but just talk to them like from me to you, like get to hang out with you for a minute. Because honestly, all your souls feel like they would be friends with my soul. So it would just be cool to kind of like have that happening as well. And so if you want to do those things, that stuff's coming up. If you want to do the retreat, I'm happy to have you. I'm sure Dina is as well. But and there's some information about it online, like pictures of past groups and stuff like that. It's not like an overwhelming group of people. It's just a bunch of chicks that are all badass in their own way, ranging in all different ages. So if you have a friend you want to come with, great. If you want to come alone, great. That is also okay, because it's probably one of the most warm and welcoming situations that I've ever like been involved in as far as teaching, is all these women together kind of like supporting one another. The last time we did it, I might have stayed up really late one night and taken out my Golden Girls tarot deck and done Golden Girls tarot readings for people. Don't tell anyone else that. So anyway, but that was what I wanted to come on here and talk about. Do you guys got any questions for me? And I appreciate all of you that are here. Even though like it keeps dipping in whatever, I don't care. I appreciate you being here because I really hate doing videos talking to myself. It makes me feel weird. I don't know why. It is what it is. So here we are. And by the way, the background, this is my house blessing business, Home Sweet Home, which we're also kind of working on getting together. So yeah, so Stephanie will be helping with that as well. Oh, and also, also interesting thing ever, my bakery son with celiac, his partner is doing, he's an esthetician, and one of the little offices in my office, he's doing them there. And so if you ever come here, he's got like little things on and I'll put his advertisements and stuff up and everything. So it hasn't been, yes, Toby, you definitely can. Steph, I don't know. Wait, what'd she say? It hasn't been on and off since you switched. Oh, it hasn't been on and off since I've switched, which is good. So he's doing esthetician stuff here, and I love him. And Chris is possibly opening up another branch of his celiac restaurant bakery, like very close to my office. So he has one over at like 33rd and Downing, and then he's gonna possibly, fingers crossed, have one over here. I think that if any of you guys are interested in that, I just want you to know that he'll be here in my office, and you can set up appointments with him and stuff. Not the one with the celiac, the other one, not Chris, Ever. His name is Ever, and he's awesome. And so he's going to be in my office. And then Charles does his class in here, or not a class, a psychic meetup group in here on the third Friday of every month. He does one at Isis Books on the first Friday, and this one he does on the third Friday. And he does these really cool different psychic meetup. You learn a new skill every time you go. So I don't necessarily do those, but I definitely like have the office space for it. Also, Dina and those two other chicks that I was talking about at the retreat, they also do something here called Sacred Seasons, and they do that once every few months. And so just to represent the seasons. So they do something here, and then we'll have the Soul Social stuff, the Home Sweet Home stuff, and then I am bringing back my mediumship development group, and we also will have a tarot meetup. I'm almost done with a tarot class now that I taught with my friends Jen and Sarah. We'll probably teach another one together and then do an advanced one later on in the year. But I love teaching with them, and that one could be in person or virtual as well. So I got a lot of stuff going on. And then I'm also still doing a shit ton of readings because I love it and I can never learn all of it. So it is wonderful. But do any of you guys have any questions for me before I sign off? And just so you know, I will do a live where I do readings again. It's just not today because I did a bunch of readings. So Stephanie will set that up, and we might be a little bit more regular with that. Like maybe I'll just set a date every couple of months to do something like that because I have so much other stuff going on. But anything you want to participate in, you are welcome to. So it doesn't look like any of you guys have any questions, pretty much because I probably talked your face off this whole entire time. But I would love it if you wanted to join us for anything or wanted to participate in any of that. But of course, oh, and I'm supposed to tell you, I opened up more appointments. My schedule is a little different because some of my weekends have been taken away by other things that I'm doing. So there's like my day is starting a little later and ending a little later. So if any of you guys, you know, readings and stuff, you can do them in the evening. There's a few more spots on there. Just ideas of dates for the readings. I am not sure yet, but I know they'll be upcoming and I know they'll be this year. But for the group readings, I am thinking that I'm not going to be able to schedule it in March, but I might schedule one in April that is like a group gallery reading. So doing something like that. Teresa, is that the name? Did I say that right? The retreat is next to Colorado Springs. That women's retreat is in Monument. I forgot to mention that. It's in Monument. And it's right on, where is it? Palmer Lake Road. And then you go down about 5 miles and there's a retreat center there. That is the closest I'm getting to Colorado Springs. I have been meaning to get back to Colorado Springs and Pueblo. I've just gotten really freaking busy. So I do still want to do an event down there. I was thinking that when Anthony came out this year, that we might go down there and do one there in addition to the 2 that we do at my office. I'm just not sure yet, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for Colorado Springs and Pueblo. So I will get back down there at some point. I'm just not sure when. And Heidi, I am thinking it probably wouldn't start till April. It is a 6-week class and it's in the evenings. We've done it on Friday evenings. That's where it seems to have worked. So when we do start with those tarot classes again, you guys will definitely know, just make sure you're on my newsletter list, but you can always check my Facebook or check my website or whatever. They're always there. And the, I know, Toby, isn't it? It's beautiful. The retreat center is beautiful. I think it's magic. Anyway, so as far as the dates for the Facebook or like doing readings like this, I'm probably just going to set one up. Like, I don't know which night it will be. I'll just have Stephanie do that. And so they'll be listed on my website because maybe I'll be more consistent with it if they're on my website or if I have the date already set aside for something. So that is what I would say. And then I'm trying to make sure. So hopefully, Letitia, I answered your question. I think you meant the online readings, but I'm not sure. So if you're still there, let me know if I answered it. But if not, that's okay too. So, yeah, the food's pretty good too. So, oh, good. I did answer it. Okay, perfect. Perfectly perfect. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you were here, I just give you a big old hug and like swallow you up in my pink sweater. But since I am not here or you are not here physically, you're just going to have to accept an air hug from far away. But thank you guys for showing up because I definitely need to have someone to be talking to do these videos. So I appreciate all of you so much. So thank you very much. I'm going to end it, but it was good to, hear all of you. And, and just remember, if anybody messages you on Facebook, that's a scammer. I will never message you on that. So I just want you to know that. Oh, and Vicki said, any plans to visit Western Colorado? Actually, yes. I have to go over there. I'm not exactly sure where. I did it once in Grand Junction. And I also, Alamosa, Montrose. I might do something there again. I just don't know when. But of course, I always do things online. So, and I remember you, Vicky. I remember Vicky. So, but if I can get to the Western Slope this year, I will. If I could get anywhere else in the country, I will. It just depends how busy I stay here. But I'm pretty busy here, so I don't know. That is my goal. So maybe I can manifest extra time. But anyway, you guys, thank you for tuning in and thanks for watching this and all that other wonderful stuff. And I appreciate you.